So we're here to find out if Samsung has improved their fitness options, fitness tracking, and fitness sensors in the Galaxy Watch 5 Pro that I just recently got. If health and wellness technology interests you, consider subscribing to the channel and check out some of the older videos that I've done before. Make sure you guys stay till the end of the video where I summarize the pros and cons and give my final thoughts on this Galaxy Watch 5 Pro. So in this video, I'm going to primarily focus on the Samsung Health app and how it works with this watch. I'm going to look over the different variability of exercises, how well the sensor works, and just the overall ease of use of this watch when it relates to fitness tracking.
All right, so here we got my Samsung Galaxy Watch 5 Pro, and this is a general fitness geared watch face. And we got the steps, the heart rate, your overall daily activity tracking, the date, battery, and UV index, and obviously the time. And we got right in the middle, we got the workout button. Keep it nice and simple. So if you want to work out, hit that workout, and it takes you to all the different exercises. If it's something where you're outside, the GPS is kicking in, the heart rate is kicking in. I'm not wearing it appropriately, so we're not going to get that. But you can see, you can scroll through all these different exercises, and you can even add right from your phone, right from your watch, sorry. And you can add from the phone, so if you go to the phone, it gives you some more options. But you can see there is, and it's in alphabetical order, lots of different exercise, activities, whatever you want to call them. They definitely added some from the last time I did this video, but for the most part, they are the same. I'm surprised I don't see pickleball in here since it's so popular, but maybe that's something they'll add in a upcoming update or something like that. All right, so when it comes to workouts, there are two types of workouts for the most part. We got the cardio based, walking, running, cycling, and then you have your weightlifting. And the reason why I break them up into two categories is because you have your walking that just takes you into this kind of mode where it obviously measures your steps, your duration, your heart rate. That's about it. I mean, for cardio, I guess that makes sense, right? Now, when we stop it, so we click back, you can pause, finish, add a new one, whatever. The nice thing is if you start with a walk and then you want to go to a bike or then you want to lift weights, you can just hit new exercise, go to the next thing that you're doing, get going, skip, and then it'll tally the whole workout instead of giving you individual bouts of work, basically. Okay, so that being said, then we jump into me going through all these different kind of weightlifting type exercises and see how well the sensor picks up on the movement and the positions and the reps, most importantly. All right, so let's get into some of the movements. I'm going to start with some curls, some extensions, some of the basic movements, and see how the Galaxy Watch 5 Pro does in keeping track the reps. So when you start any workout, it gives you this little countdown and you can skip it by just tapping the screen. So the limiting factor with all these exercises was really getting into the starting position. Here I did the shoulder press to begin with, and then I went to the squats. The squats starting position was a little bit easier to initiate, and it did do a little better in terms of tracking all the reps, but I probably had to do an extra 3 to 5 reps to get the 10 reps for the set, which overall, I guess not a bad thing for doing more fitness, but still not as accurate as I would have liked. Then I went on to some front raises. Again, the starting position just wasn't clicking. I was trying to, change the velocity of my hands, getting into position. I tried a bunch of different things and it just still wasn't working. And then I went to jump rope. And this was actually the most effective, or I should say the most accurate sensor. And again, I think it just tallied my jumps just like if I was running, so it kind of works on the same sensor, and you could see it was pretty accurate. You gotta take my word for it. I tried some lat pull downs. Also, the overhead position just wasn't happening. I gave all these a fair effort, I would say. I just didn't want to record this all and make it too boring. Sit-ups was another one that was actually successful for the most part. I think just crossing the arms, just like in the squats, for some reason just activated the starting position a bit better than the others. But again, the reps weren't 100% accurate, but they did add up. So I tried some bench press. This was another one where I just couldn't get the starting position to register, so that way it didn't register any reps. This Superman back extension did actually work for some reason, and it was pretty accurate throughout most of the reps. Again, I did a few extra. The overhead tricep extension, no go. And then, again, I tried it multiple times, tried to change the velocity, change kind of jerking my hand, trying to change that, force meter in the watch, which I assume. And here I'm doing some curls, also wasn't successful to get that position. So what can you do?
Before I give my final thoughts, consider subscribing to the channel. Drop a comment with any other health and fitness tech that you want me to take a look at. I'll be more than happy to give it a review and share my thoughts. So let's wrap this video up with some closing comments. Okay, so overall, as you can see, the negative component is that these sensors in this new watch weren't really much better than the previous video, unfortunately. I had a hard time getting the watch to recognize the starting positions of the exercises and counting reps for most of them. The one that it did the best at was jumping jacks, or actually, no, sorry, was jumping rope. And really that's because that's similar to running. You're just jumping and it's counting those jumps as reps. A lot of the other movements were, squats were fairly good, but again, I was doing more reps than the watch was calculating. So, I mean, for fitness, great, but for accuracy and all that, there's some room for improvement. And I know there's other trackers out there that are more geared towards weightlifting, so that might be something to consider if that's what you're looking for. For the positive, we do have the addition of body composition tracking. We have more exercises to add from and more activities, sailing, different physical activities, not just traditional exercises like push-ups, pull-ups, rows, all that jazz. And we also have the GPX files and the trail maps for this watch. And I believe it's only with the Pro. If you get the regular Galaxy 5, you don't get that feature. So that's something to consider.
All right, so that's about it for this video. Thank you for watching. I appreciate the support. If you're still here, comment with the word move in the comments and I'll know who you are and it'll be our little secret. Until next time, thank you.